Namaste, welcome. It's quite cold today, but it is so fresh and lovely, and I am determined to do all of my transmissions outdoors if I can. I'm huddled up next to my favourite tree in the garden, and it's so lovely because this tree feels so strong. It feels stronger than my yangness. So, as we always do in the last 11 days, just to be present with each other, I invite you into stopping and being still and just taking some nice big deep breaths. I love this time just to be still, create a little bit of space between me thinking and getting nervous about what I'm going to say, and it allows all my thoughts to calm down. So welcome to this live transmission for Yang Woman. So it's day 12, and we've talked about a lot of her challenges, and there's a lot. You really are. I mean, there's a lot being a human being, and being a human being in these transitional times, from a lot of unconsciousness to consciousness, but also challenges for strong women. And I've been talking the last 3 days about her desires, you know, the desire to feel connected, the desire to know who she is. Maybe there's a bit of inauthenticity being about a Yang woman, and also just to appreciate life just as it is. And I wanted to talk today about self-time. So really, again, when I sort of do these videos, I kind of think, well, some of the things I'm saying is it goes for everybody. It goes for humanity, not just Yang women. But self-time and the desire for self-time. I mean, just think how busy your schedule is. I mean, just stop for a moment just to glance into your week as it is coming up and think, wow, I have got a lot of things in the diary. And that is self-created. It's not time. It's the fact that we have this kind of compulsion to keep adding things in the diary. And I guess that this desire, I'm really talking to women, Yang women with children perhaps, and Yang women who are looking after other people of sorts, maybe older parents. Maybe you live with an older parent like I do, so you've always got a mind on taking care of them or making sure their needs are met. And then there is the desire for self-time, even if you're an entrepreneur, because what I notice about being self-employed particularly, which actually is something I don't enjoy as much as I did when I was employed, is that I could work at any time of the day. So I could sit down in the evening thinking, oh, I just do a little bit of yoga, but think, no, I've got 10 things I need to do in my business, so I'll do that first. So self-time takes the back seat. And actually, when you're an entrepreneur, you've almost got to be more disciplined. One of the things I enjoyed about being at work was that I could go do my work, come home at the end of the day, and then there's the evening to come and whatever else I was doing, but that gave me more of an opportunity. So self-time is a craving, but it's also something that we have just got in a habit pattern of creating a week where there is absolutely no space. And like I said, it's not time, it's part of our Western world way of living, and this goes for everybody really. But we ever more desire our own time, and I think that's why the retreat business has shown up quite so strongly in the world, that people are just burning out because we haven't got any self-time. So I just want you to stop for a moment and think, how much self-time do I give me in my week? I wondered if you wrote it down on a piece of paper in any given day or any one week or any one month, how many hours you dedicate to yourself. I mean, I have girlfriends that I know snatch time. You know, they might take 5 minutes to sit on the loo in between looking after their kids or taking their kids. A lot of my girlfriends who have got children are taxi services for their children, particularly after school and at weekends. And so again, making sure that everybody else's schedules are well seen to, that the self-time takes a back seat. And if you're shocked about the amount of time that you have to yourself, then what do you do in that spare time? Is it just because you only have time to sit and take a breath? Or do you actually do something that is nourishing to yourself? Maybe it's just taking time to eat slowly. Maybe it's taking time to go and have a massage or get your nails done or something like that. So we have this great desire for self-time, and I have lots of it. I don't know that I necessarily use it wisely, because then when you think about what you do in self-time, it's not just about filling it by reading a magazine or reading a book perhaps. It's like, what actually is that? What does it mean to you? So we have this great desire for more time for me. What does that look like for you? And if it is a great desire of yours, maybe just map out what you actually do right now that actually is good for you. Because when we do take care of ourselves and we do kick back and we do slow down, we do our health an infinite amount of good. We fill up our tanks of being able to give to ourselves so that we can actually give out more. So we're actually less and less useful and more depleted when we are not taking care of ourselves. It's such an obvious thing, because on TV there's loads about health and well-being and how better to eat and all of that kind of stuff, but it takes discipline to take time for yourself. And in this world that we live in, the Western world, we just have no time and space. So even in the breath, you create time for yourself. So, on this quite cold November day, I wish you a great rest of the day. And in the next transition, we'll talk about a couple more desires of yang women. I salute you, I honour you, I love you, and I understand you. And I will see you soon. Namaste.